What's up, fellas? Uh, Coming at y'all today with a album review. I haven't done one of these in a long ass time. I'll try to start posting videos more frequently now, but who cares about that shit? So today we're going to review this album, Beastland by Author and Punisher. So, let's get started. So, Author and Punisher is a one-man industrial doom metal band coming out of San Diego. It's one guy. It's made of mechanical engineer and artist Tristan Schoen. I doubt I'm pronouncing that right. He started the band in 2004, so he's been at it for a while. And this guy right here isn't my first exposure to him. I first caught wind of him off that it's either Vice or Noisy. They made a little mini documentary about him. It was but they didn't even mention his fucking band name. It was like the title of the video was Industrial Doom Metal something something something, and I was like, oh, okay, I've never really heard of that before. That'd be cool. But anyway, I like going off stupid tangents like that. But okay, there are 8 tracks. The album shares a different vibe from his earlier projects, but let's get into the songs. First song, Pharmacide. The song starts, it paints this hazy, I want to call it cybersphere, because, it's atmospheric, but in, a electronic way. I mean, I'm not that, I'm familiar with electronic music, but I'm not, balls deep into it. I'm starting to get balls deep into it, but I just don't know a better word to describe, because it's not ambient. Ambient is different than atmospheric, so I'm just saying cyberspheric. I'm making up words here. So yeah, it paints this hazy cybersphere, then the main synths and percussion come in. I think it's really well put together. It's really groovy, I'd say. After a while, some distorted vocals come into the hopeless atmosphere. I really love this track. It's exactly what I was expecting from Author and Punisher. It's a great, great ass opener. Next, we got Nile's Strength. A really heavy bass drop opens after the sampled intro. The vocals too sound processed and mechanic, and that's something I really like about Author and Punisher and vocoded vocals in general, is that robotic sound, like you're a fucking cyborg. But I think that's what they're going for, is a more robotic sound, which sounds really cool. There's a mini bridge that has this simple yet mesmerizing drone to it. It's really great. As the track further goes along, distorted vocals and some more heavy synth work. Awesome. Next, we got Ode to Bedlam. The beginning has a really, I almost want to say, No Love Deep Web, Death Grips vibe, specifically the song No Love. Some really distorted synths, just a kick on the drums. When the rest of the instruments come in, it's a fucking thrill ride. The vocals don't seem that distorted on this track, but I have no problem with that. So, Author and Punisher are using both vocoded and natural vocals. So, and I think that dynamic is really cool. It's very sludgy and trudges along. This is a mechanical monster that's walking around taking out every civilian it sees. I feel like I use that analogy too much. Up next we got The Speaker is Systematically Blown. I have to say this is one of the weaker this song has one of the weaker openings for this album. it's a lot more melodic, which I don't really like. Like, I'm very specific with melodic shit. Like, I don't know. I have a really weird ass music taste. It's still nice to listen to though. I just wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it again. Like, it was a good experience, but there are songs on here that are way better than this one. Near the halfway mark, it kind of slows down, but then those drums kick in and it's back into the action. That transition I actually really liked from the album. Up next, we got Nazarene. When that drop comes in the beginning of this track, you automatically get into the zone. It's trudging, slimy, and yucky. It leads into this hook that is probably the best one on the album. That's another thing. They kind of plays around with hooks a little bit. Like, I I don't know if he's like trying to get more accessible. I mean, like not in like a selling out accessible way, but in like a experimental way. I don't know, dude. Up next is Apparition. The beginning grooves and drums are really great. More hushed and whispered vocals, kind of like Trent Reznor or something. Uh, the drop was pretty cool, but there are way better songs. There are way better drops in previous songs, though this is my least favorite song, I'd have to say. Apparition. Not Operation, Apparition. You know, like a ghost or something. I'm off my marbles today. Up next is Night Terror. This track kicks off with a gloomy synth melody. The vocals following were a nice touch. It eventually becomes darker and more ominous as more sounds fill the landscape. It grooves on, but I think it overstays its welcome with being over 6 minutes. I mean, I do love my lengthy tracks, and this is kind of part Doom, so I guess I don't know what I'm talking about, because Doom has long songs, but I don't know. When it comes to this project, I like the songs that were like short and sweet better than these mammoths. And the last song we got is Beastland, the title track. This track starts out really strong. The melody is ominous, the percussion is punchy. I'd say this song has the most Doom influence. The only other thing I like about it is that it escalates. Other than that, I'm not too keen on the track. I mean, it's not a throwaway. I'll still listen to it. It's just, I don't know, underwhelming. But I don't know. I feel like an asshole sometimes, like reviewing these albums. But you know, I gotta do it to him. So overall, the album is great with only a few gripes. If you're into doom metal and industrial, and if you think the combination of the two of them sounds like a good idea, then why don't you head on over to Bandcamp, buy this guy. Good album. So, now that that's over, coming down the pipe, I am going to try to do more Talmbouts. There's a secret video segment that I'm trying to orchestrate with a bunch of my different friends right now. And I'll try to do some more vinyl videos, but other than that, I ain't doing shit. So, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, and ooga booga.